Hiya, welcome back to the channel. Now, a couple of people have been watching a video I put up a year or so ago regarding karaoke software and music software. A couple of people have commented on that video a couple of years later, and because that video is a little bit out of date now, I just wanted to update you of what I actually still use now today. Because I've sort of gone away from the Zenpoint software. Now, I've got the Zenpoint software up on my screen here. It's an HP touch screen. Now, the screen started playing up, so I'm a little bit biased, I suppose. The touch screen's old, it started playing up. If you had a newer model of this, it's the HP Compaq Lite 8300 with a standard hard drive in the back. Now, if you had a new model of this with a better screen, it may work a little bit better, but the screen's playing up. But this is the original software I used, Zenpoint Software. It's got music software. It's inbuilt for music, radio, which I've never used, clock. It's got your setup there, clock, karaoke center, music center there. I used it originally, I got on with it quite well, but to be honest with you, it started getting slower and slower and slower. Now the downside is, if I show you, I mean you can build, I was going to build this at one point into a cabinet. Now let's have a look at karaoke center. We'll load up the music center because the music center loads pretty quick. Now it's a standard hard drive. I was at one point going to put an SSD into it, a solid state drive. If you put an SSD into this, try to turn the volume down. If you put an SSD into this, apparently it works a lot quicker. And there is space in the back to put an SSD. You can take out the standard drive, put an SSD, solid state drive in it. It'll work a lot quicker. You can see now it's importing music. Now it's importing music from the hard drive. Okay. Same with the karaoke. It imports music from the hard drive. So it's not connected to the internet at all. Which basically means you have to update it yourself. So, you know, at one point I was buying in the UK, I was buying now that's what I call music, a collection of CDs and updating them, but it's a never-ending process, to be honest with you. When it eventually loads, you'll see that the interface is pretty cool. It's like a proper jukebox that you'll get in a pub. And if you build it into a cabinet, I'm sure you can make it a lot better than I have here. As I say, this screen is not the best in the world, this touch screen. It's playing up a little bit. I think there's dead pixels on it. But as for the karaoke, because the karaoke has music and a graphic file with it as well, as for the karaoke, it takes an age to, I mean, you can see how slow it is now, just loading the music. As for karaoke, it takes an age to load. You literally have to press the button karaoke, walk away, and come back for sort of 20-30 minutes. Just disappear, do something else, come back, it's loaded. Again, with the karaoke is only good, same as the music player, it's only as good as the music you put onto it. At one point, it was a little bit of a challenge of mine to get every single track going on that music system, which I did have thousands and thousands and thousands. Updated music, please wait. So I'll have to pause the video here, we'll come back in a minute. And right, we're nearly there now, look, it's loading. So you can see how long just that's taken to load now, that's just the music. I'll show you in a minute, sorted music, please wait. I'll show you the interface in a minute, it's pretty good. I mean, there you go, I mean it is, you know, it's like a proper jukebox. Genres, you can search, I'll turn it down so I get in trouble by, I'll stop that because I'll get in trouble by YouTube, pause. So it's, you got search by artist, songs, genres there, years. It's good, it looks good, it looks the part. You got all the different years there, all the different tracks. It's more like, I mean, if you build it into a proper cabinet and you update it, kept it up to date, it's great and it looks great. Now, I'm going to try now and load. I won't play anything because YouTube will put a copyright thing. I'm going to close this down. So if I click home, you've got different search methods and you've got play, next, play, add to playlist and stuff like that. It's good, but as again, as I say, it's not taking the music from the internet. It's taking the music from the music you put onto the drive. You have to go into the drive, put your USB stick in and transfer it over. Same with the karaoke, you have to buy your karaoke tracks, put your USB stick in. It's a little bit long-winded, and I think with a better drive, I mean, I look at it now, I'm not using it, it does look quite good. But you go albums there, and you got your years across the bottom here. And you got your search if you want search there. You can search in there with the keyboard. I'll go back to albums. So you know, you got all your Elvis there. It's great. It is great, but it's only as good as the music you put onto it. Same for the karaoke. I'll show you the karaoke in a minute. The karaoke takes an age to load. So this is not the best touchscreen in the world. This particular, my one, not your one. I mean, it's quite an old PC, this. But if I built that into a cabinet, or if you bought one of these built into a cabinet, you can make that look like a proper oldie worldy jukebox. But again, you'd have to keep updating the music all the time. It's a bit of a pain in the backside. Nowadays, you've got such more modern technology out there. So people have been asking me what I've been using mainly. So I don't use this as much now. Now I'm going to press home. I could press a karaoke centre, but not going to. It takes an age to load, even longer than the music centre. So I'm going to exit this. Karaoke centre, as I say, is only as good as the music you put on it. I've got a little dongle, just so you're aware. I've got a little dongle plugged in the side. I'll put a link to a couple on Amazon. There's a little Bluetooth dongle in the side there. So, because the speakers obviously aren't printed on this, so the Bluetooth dongle you plug in the side, and you can connect to any Bluetooth speaker. I'll show you a couple of speakers that I use in a minute. So I'll exit this now, and I'll show you another option if this loads. Again, my screen's not brilliant. Is it loading or not? Right, I'm not going to bother loading that. So what I can do, I can put up Amazon Music on here, which is basically a digital version of the jukebox. If you're an Amazon subscriber, which I am. So if you subscribe to Amazon, I'm looking into it. I think there's an extra few quid, or £7 a month or whatever. So I subscribe to Amazon. So I can have that on the screen, have that as a touch screen, which is a great idea. Another option. Following on from that, real basic, but this is a smaller one anyway, but one of these, I won't mention the name of it because it's an ALEXA device. Again, you just tell it what you want to play and it'll play it. And it's so much easier. It's not you haven't got the screen, etc. and all that, but it just plays it just for your music. It's not karaoke. Again, I connect that to a Bluetooth speaker as well. So I've sort of got away from that. I just wanted to let you know I've sort of gone away from that now. And I mainly use this. And I'll show you what else I use. I connect that to a Bluetooth speaker for music. Right, so let's turn this off if it works. So that's Zenpoint Software. Turn that off. That's shut down. That's Zenpoint Software for karaoke and music. I don't use it hardly at all now. If anything, I use Amazon Music on this screen. So purely because you've got to update them. I mean, I've got 1,000 tracks on there, and you've just got to keep updating and updating every bleeding week. But with the Amazon devices, obviously, and the Amazon Music is pretty good on there. If you put it on the screen, Amazon Music, because it's got a similar sort of jukebox. Like you get the app on there, or the website on there. So if it's on your phone, you can get that on the screen, and people can play what they want then, or you can just speak to the device which I've got next to me. Let's turn that off. So yeah, let's show you what other things I've got, what speakers I use, and I'll go through that with you for karaoke. So for karaoke, so for music now, I've been using the Amazon ALEXA device and also Amazon Music on my touch screen. And then what I do now, I output that to Bluetooth speakers. Now, 2 Bluetooth speakers I use quite a lot of. I've got this one, I'm just charging this actually. I'll put a link to this on Amazon. That's why I bought this from actually Amazon. Really good speakers, waterproof. It's the UE, I think this is the Boom 2, I'll put a link below. These are really good. For the size of it, and knock out great sound. I was actually down a pub years ago when football was on, and someone started handing this around with some football songs playing, and handing it around the pub, and I thought, wow, I was impressed. That was loud. For a little lump like that, it's heavy, and it's a proper piece of kit. I just plugged it in, it's not been charged for a little while. So I use this. I use that connected to Bluetooth. Let me just plug it in, charge it up. So you caught me here today, in actual fact, I've got my karaoke gear out. I'm just taking it around to someone's house. I'm just testing it out, getting it all ready. So what I've been using lately, I've been using this. I bought this second hand off of eBay. It's the Vocal Star, I think it's called the VS1200 300 watt speaker. It's a karaoke speaker, but I use it, I've got a separate karaoke machine, I'll show you in a minute. It's a karaoke speaker, but it hasn't got a CD drive on it, so you need to plug this into some sort of device to play the music, or you can watch YouTube karaoke tunes, etc. I use it as just a speaker. It's a 300 watt PA system, single speaker, built-in equalizer on the back. It takes USB cards, USB sticks, SD memory cards. It's got auxiliary in, auxiliary out. It's got a built-in radio. The radio is rubbish, by the way. I can't get it to work properly. It's got a rechargeable battery built in. I think once it's fully charged, it runs for 8 hours. It's charging now, I think. Yeah, the red light's on, so it's charging. So you plug into the mains, it charges up for 8. It's unplugged. It can run for 8 hours on one battery charge, so this is great. It's got guitar input, so you can use it for like busking, guitars, etc. Guitar volume. It takes microphone. I think it takes one microphone. Yeah, one microphone. Guitar in, I think, can be used for microphone in as well. So you got microphone in, guitar in, microphone volume, guitar volume, volume bass. It's got echo on it as well, treble, bass, volume for the guitar, volume for the microphone, and microphone priority button. Great little bit of kit. I got this again. I got this second hand off eBay, and then I bought a little stand for it as well. So it's on a little tripod stand. So with that, I can use my Amazon device into this, connect via Bluetooth. You can connect to your phone for this. You've got a button on the back. You press and hold it. It goes into Bluetooth mode. Let me do this. Let me do it now. Let me have. Where's the button? This one here. So if I switch that on, it just comes up halfway. You get Bluetooth. Got your volume down.
10.
So you got
Radio mode. Line in.
line in.
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode. Once in Bluetooth mode, it's very easy to connect a device to it. You just put your Bluetooth on your device, on your phone or something, and hunt for it and connect.
Radio mode.
What I do, I plug this in via the auxiliary. There's auxiliary in, auxiliary out, auxiliary in. So I've got the karaoke machine from there plugged into this auxiliary in, and then this does the sound. And let me take you over now to the karaoke machine I use for karaoke. So I'll turn this one off. So this is the karaoke machine I bought, the Vocal Style VS1200. I got this basically, again, I got this off eBay cheap, second hand. It's got two mic inputs, two microphone inputs on the left there. You got music volume on that as well. You got mic 1, mic 2 inputs. It can take 4 microphones. You can plug 2 more in the back if you want. You got on the front, you got volume for microphone 1 or microphone A at the back. You've also got microphone 2 at the front and microphone 2 volume. You got bass, treble, and echo for both the mics. Headphones socket there if you want to plug headphones in. The Vocal Style PS120, by the way, comes with 2 wireless microphones for that. That's the speaker if you want to use mics through that, or you use microphones for this. This has got a CD player. It's also got an SD card slot and a USB card slot. You got buttons on the left to adjust the key, the speed of the tune basically. And then, so what I've got there is it plugged into the mains. And then you got HDMI lead coming out the back, goes to my TV. So that's it, people. That's the options of music you've got down your bar, which I use down my bar anyway. I just wanted to put an updated video out there because people commented on the old video. So yeah, you got the Amazon on the screen, you got the Amazon device over there, you got Bluetooth speakers you can connect to, and of course on my left here, got a little small record deck to play the old vinyls because I started collecting vinyls again, dug them out of the loft. And start getting some new music on the vinyl now. So I'm about to pack this away and take it around to someone's house and off we go. As I said before, the Vocal Style PS1200 karaoke machine comes with a couple of microphones, and then you've got wireless microphones that come with a speaker. Obviously you got echo mic volume on this, depending on how you're gonna set it all up. And then on the karaoke machine, the VS1200, you got 2 microphones on the front. Wired in. So different options, depends what you want to do. But yeah, if you want to play music, the Zenpoint software is still out there. It's still supported, I do believe. There's still a website, but I think it's quite old-fashioned technology now. It was written a long time ago. I think the way the file system, the file structure, I think it's like an old database system from the very old days. But people still like it. The interface is pretty good on it. So yeah, I suppose at a later date, I must admit, if I was going to do it again, I might in the future, next year, I might build that touchscreen into a cabinet, a nice wooden cabinet, oldie worldy wooden cabinet, and use the Amazon Music app on it, I suppose. But then the only downside of the Amazon Music, you've got to be connected to the internet, haven't you? So you know, if you haven't got internet down your bar, you're limited. But the Zenpoint software is great if you haven't got internet and you want to keep updating it, and it's a bit of a challenge to update it, and you need a fast drive really for the karaoke to work nice. Once it's loaded, it's fine, but it's just, I think it's the file structure takes ages and ages to load up. And as I say, you're probably better off with a solid state drive, SSD. But yeah, I think next year I might build a cabinet into that screen. It's a shame some of the pictures are a bit dead. It's a bit, I'll have to have a look into that. But I might build that into a cabinet and use the Amazon app on there with a bit of music. You never know. It's a bit finicky. It's so much easier to speak to the other thing. If you've got Wi-Fi, speak to the other thing, ask it to play a tune, it plays a tune, then it's straight away. And like I say, for karaoke I use this setup. Must go now, I've got people waiting for me. Thank you for watching, until next time. Any questions, like, subscribe and all that stuff. Any questions, let me know down below and I'll give you all the advice hopefully you want. And I'll tell you that wire wood hopefully you want. There's only a few cables to buy, and I'll put some links below as well. Auxiliary out, blah blah. Thank you, bye bye, till next time, cheers.